Born Peter Gene Hernandez on October 1985 in Honolulu, Hawaii, Bruno Mars grew up in a household that lived and breathed music. His father, Peter Hernandez, was a Latin percussionist originally from Brooklyn, and his mother, Bernadette Bernie San Pedro Bayo, was a Filipina singer and dancer. Both parents performed in local shows in Waikiki, where the fusion of diverse musical styles, Latin rhythms, rock, R&B, and doo-wop created the perfect environment for a young artist to flourish. From the very beginning, it was clear that Bruno was not an ordinary child. He had rhythm, charisma, and a natural ability to mimic musical legends. His family affectionately called him Bruno, a nickname his father gave him after the professional wrestler Bruno Sammartino, because the young boy's chubby appearance reminded him of the athlete. Young Elvis of Waikiki. For tourists and locals visiting Waikiki in the early 1990s, one of the highlights of the nightly shows was a tiny boy in a white jumpsuit, slicked back hair, and oversized sunglasses, crooning blue suede shoes and hound dog. Bruno Mars' Elvis impersonation was not just adorable, it was shockingly good. He performed regularly at the Hale Koa Hotel, attracting audiences who couldn't believe a 5-year-old could channel Elvis with such flair and confidence. His stage presence, dance moves, and vocal mimicry were so remarkable that he soon became a local celebrity. He even appeared on national television, most memorably in the 1992 film Honeymoon in Vegas, where he played a mini Elvis. This early exposure to performance shaped Bruno's entire artistic identity. He learned the power of stage presence, audience connection, and the timelessness of good showmanship. In interviews, he often reflects on this period as the foundation of his career. "I learned early that if you can make people smile, you're doing something right. That's the magic of music." Struggles after moving to Los Angeles. Despite his success as a child performer, Bruno's journey was far from easy. After finishing high school at President Theodore Roosevelt High School, he moved to Los Angeles at the age of 17 to pursue his dream of becoming a professional musician. However, the move from the warm familiarity of Hawaii to the cutthroat world of Los Angeles was a harsh reality check. In LA, Bruno faced rejection after rejection. Record labels admired his voice, but didn't know how to market him. Some executives tried to mold him into a genre he didn't identify with, while others dismissed him as too retro. At one point, a label signed him only to drop him shortly afterward. To survive, Bruno began writing and producing songs for other artists. He teamed up with Philip Lawrence and Ari Levine to form a songwriting and production group known as the Smeezingtons. This partnership turned out to be a turning point in his career. Unorthodox Jukebox and Artistic Evolution. Bruno's second album, Unorthodox Jukebox, marked his evolution as an artist unafraid to experiment. Here he fused old-school influences like funk, Motown, and reggae with modern pop production. The album's standout tracks, such as Locked Out of Heaven, Treasure, and When I Was Your Man, solidified his status as a modern classicist. Locked Out of Heaven, with its police-inspired sound and infectious rhythm, became a global hit, while When I Was Your Man showed his vulnerability as a singer-songwriter. The album's title itself, Unorthodox Jukebox, was a statement Bruno Mars didn't want to be confined to one genre. He was a jukebox that played whatever moved his soul. Critics praised his musical range, and fans around the world admired his authenticity. The album earned Mars multiple awards, including a Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Album, and established him as one of the most dynamic performers of his generation. The making of a legend. Bruno Mars' transformation from a child performer in Honolulu to a global superstar represents the dream of every aspiring musician. His path was neither instant nor easy. It was built on years of hard work, self-belief, and respect for musical heritage. He embodies the perfect blend of retro inspiration and modern innovation. Whether channeling the spirit of Elvis, the funk of Prince, or the groove of James Brown, Bruno Mars has carved out a sound that's uniquely his own. His music isn't just catchy, it's a celebration of human connection, rhythm, and joy. Today, as one of the best-selling artists of the 21st century.